Hello, my lovely viewers, and welcome. I am Kira, a romantic ace, and tonight we are streaming Chapter 4 of Choice's The Royal Romance, Book 3. If you haven't joined me before, welcome! I drink and I cuss. If you want to play the drinking game along with me, the rules are right here underneath the player over at twitch.tv/aromanticace for those of you watching the VOD. I myself do have a mildly inebriating beverage of which I'll be partaking this evening. So that'll make the stream more fun as the night goes on. Another thing that might make the stream more fun as the night goes on, my downstairs neighbors have apparently acquired a nail gun. The torture chamber construction continues. So, if you hear any strange noises, it's just an episode of Saw. It's fine. Also, if you haven't joined me before, to catch you up quickly on the story, so we are playing as Kira, a New York City waitress who was trafficked to the Western European country of Cordonia in Book 1 after we served the informal. I promise I haven't been pre-gaming today. Informal bachelor party of then Crown Prince Shamar of Cordonia. So his friend decided to sponsor us in the social season, which, is a few months over which he gets to choose his co-regent and spouse, who will hold political power in Cordonia. So obviously it was totally reasonable that we join the competition, right? Right? Obviously, we have qualifications of some kind. So we survived the social season, we masquerade balls and derbies and some sexual assault when a guy just stormed into our room while we were half naked and tried to kiss us. Those photos came back to haunt us at the end of Book 1, where it was revealed that someone had photographs and spread them all over the tabloids, and weren't we just such a little slut, I guess, like going off behind the prince's back. So Book 2 was all about clearing our name and trying to find the guy who was also involved and get him to issue a statement to that effect, and also find out who was behind it. Well, it turned out it was the king father, Constantine, who abdicated in favor of Shamar at the end of Book 1, who thought that we just simply weren't good enough to be queen. I can't imagine what gave him that impression. So, Book 3, we are now engaged to our prince, and we are trying to, reunite the kingdom and reinstill faith in the monarchy after a massive assassination attempt at the end of Book 2. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. Ninjas jumped out of the walls. Sadly, Drake did not die when he jumped in front of us to protect us from an assassin's bullet. I regret to inform my lovely viewers he is still alive. But now we are trying to just piece the country back together and hopefully find out who was responsible for this dastardly attack. So, all that said, we are going into Chapter 4 now. The little stinger here is Penelope's coastal estate is recovering from a natural disaster. Can you aid her family's relief efforts and win their support? Let's find out! So, Chapter 4, Any Port in a Storm. As the royal train carries you toward Penelope's family estate, you and Maxwell head to a meeting with Madeline in the train's boutique. Traveling boutique follows us everywhere. Good, you're here. We don't have much time before we arrive in Portavira. Here's your dossier on Penelope's family. Oh my goodness, dossier. All right. This gets serious. Madeline tosses you a heavy 3-inch binder filled to the brim. This sounds like something that should have been provided to me, well in advance of us getting to Portavira, but, what do I know? What? I color-coded the tabs. It should be a breeze. Okay, Madeline. I've seen dictionaries that were shorter than this thing. A laugh cuts through the room. You turn and see Olivia watching from the doorway. When the hell did she get here? Okay. This is going to be entertaining. I wish I'd brought popcorn. Oh my god, why are you here? Thank you, Maxwell. What are you doing here? Oh, I'm here to help. Oh god, just what I need, both of you involved. Why would you want to help us? Excellent question. Well, mostly because I'm bored, but I'm sure you could use my advice as well if you're looking to this she-devil for help. Oh wow, you're one to talk, Olivia. Sit down. This is a serious meeting. Oh, please, you let Maxwell in? How serious can it possibly be? I want to say she's being cruel, but she has a little bit of a point. I'm here to make sure Kira gets through this morning in one piece. He takes a step closer to you and gives Madeline and Olivia a stern look. What is... Oh my god, is Maxwell like trying to be threatening right now? This is so cute. Well, now that everyone's here, we can say thank you for coming. This is literally my worst nightmare. Or, Maxwell, save me! We're gonna be good. Thank you for coming. I'm sure you've all got, unique insights to offer about our next stop with Penelope's family. Maxwell gives you a thumbs up. Olivia smirks. Some more valuable than others. Wow, I don't know who she's digging at, but she's sneering, so take a drink. Indeed. Back to the matter at hand. Despite Penelope's unfortunate obsession with her poodles, she still has a role to play. Wow, take another drink, because fuck you, Madeline. Penelope's obsession with her poodles is not unfortunate. She needs them. They're her therapy animals. Poor anxious little Penelope. Having an entourage at court is not about vanity, it's about influence, showing that you have support from the houses around you. And speaking of houses, you'll also need to win her parents over. The recent earthquake caused floods throughout their territory, so they're more focused on relief efforts than courtly politics. Yes, this earthquake that somehow only managed to devastate this single teeny tiny country. Like, it caused a tsunami or something. And, like, only affected these, like, 4 square miles of Europe, I guess. I don't know, whatever. It's up to you to prove that lending their support is worth their time. Oh, shit. Okay. Told you I cuss. If I'm going to win them over, I need to, we can say, be myself, make sure they know who's boss, or offer them something they can't refuse. Well, I don't think be myself is the answer here, unfortunately. I think, in this particular circumstance, given that, you know, they're so concerned with these relief efforts and basically what they don't have, I need to make them an offer they can't refuse. Give something to get something, right? Find out what they want in exchange for what we need. Negotiating! No, you need to... Oh, pardon, that's exactly what I was going to suggest. Yeah, Madeline, maybe listen to me for 5 seconds. Believe it or not, you're not the only sensible person in the room. Shut up, Olivia. It's hard to tell, given present company. Wow, both of you knock it off. Can I, like, tell them to knock it off, please? No? Okay. There's a click and a flash as Maxwell snaps a photo of them arguing. Madeline puts her hands on her hips, and Olivia glares daggers at Maxwell when they round on him. Oh, good job, Maxwell. You've united them. Sorry, just capturing the moment for my scrapbook. Wow, Maxwell, not the moment. Why did you need the flash? Do you want to pick the caption? I'm thinking frenemies or maybe Untitled 2. If you ever show that photo to anyone. Point taken. Please don't finish that sentence. As I was about to say, you need to think strategically, Kira. Penelope's mother may take more convincing, but her father, Landon, has a soft spot for his daughter. We may be able to use that to our advantage. Okay, apparently I'm supposed to remember the name Landon. Alright, cool. Landon, not London. Parents caring about their children? What a strange concept for you. Holy shit, Olivia, take a gulp. Wow! Wow, that was absolutely uncalled for. Not all of us are lucky enough to be orphans. Wow. We're gonna have to, stop drinking for this at some point, because these ladies are gonna put us on the floor. My point, however, is that Penelope could be used as Landon's weakness. Convince Landon that you have Penelope's best interests at heart, and he might take your side. Wow, okay. So I need to remember that his name is Landon, and that I have Penelope's best interests at heart. Alright, cool. Well, that's easy. We can say, I've always had Penelope's back, or I'll just do the opposite of everything you did to her, and take a drink for us being judgy. I mean, it's judgmental. It's true, but it's judgmental. That's easy. I've always had Penelope's back. I got mad at her, but, that was because she kind of betrayed me. But, she also was told to, so whatever. She was manipulated. I'll never understand what you and Kiara see in her. Penelope is too pure, okay? She's adorable, and what do you go poodles and stuff. For once, we agree. Although I still don't know what Kira sees in you. Politics? Diplomacy? Penelope and I are friends. Because I care about her. They each raise an eyebrow at you. It's not rocket science. Whatever you want to call your little alliance, if it'll help us with our goal, so much the better. Lastly, there's the matter of first impressions. Oh yes, the dress that I'm going to be asked to buy. This isn't my first courtly luncheon. I know how to make an entrance. But you'll make even more of one in this. She walks over to one of the boutique's racks and pulls out a glittering purple dress with elaborate gold trim. This seems like a bit much just from the description. Is that a narwhal necklace? Yeah, it's Penelope's house symbol. Where the hell are we in Europe? Narwhals are like a northern thing. Where the hell are we? So confused. I had some modifications made to a dress with her house colors. You can flatter our hosts before you even say a word. Yeah, that's what they told me with you, and it turned out I didn't need it, so... I guess I have to try on this gorgeous dress then, for the sake of politics. Wow, that is a look, I'm not gonna lie. So this is Jewel of the Sea. You'll sparkle like the ocean in this daring gown for 25 diamonds. But let's take a look at it. This is not one of the worst ones that they've done for the bust, actually. Her bust is still way too big. But, you've got some interest down the middle that's keeping it from being so flat looking, basically. I kind of like the little shoulder things, though. Those are cool. I guess cool. It looks like you're ready to win an Oscar, maybe, or appear in a Dungeons and Dragons movie. But, yeah. No, we're not going with that. We're going to go with our little black dress. It's I mean, it worked for Audrey Hepburn. It'll work for us. Yes, I know Audrey's was a different cut. Don't at me. I think I'll stick to something more me. Hey, you'll win them over no matter what. If you want to hire me and ignore my advice, I suppose that's your prerogative. Either way, we have a restaurant to get to. All right, shut up. Gourmet seafood, here I come. Yep, Maxwell's got his priorities in line. You depart the train along the coast of a wide bay. The Royal Motorcade carries you and your friends to a restaurant perched atop a pier, where you can hear the sea lapping gently below. So it's a very nice view. Look at that view. Isn't it so pretty? Where the hell are we? Seriously, I'm so confused. Where is the geography? I can't believe this view. Portavira is said to have the clearest waters in all of Cordonia. Okay. Oh, too many windows if you ask me. This is hardly a defensible location. Sure? Are we expecting a siege? Good question, Maxwell. I thought we were already under one, considering the company. Ha ha. Penelope dashes around the restaurant as soon as she spots your group. You all made it! Penelope, we can say I missed you, or you know I'd never turn down free food. I missed you is nicer. She immediately pulls you into a hug, because she's Penelope. I'm so glad you're okay. Welcome to Cordonia's premier yacht club. Okay. It's nice to see you again, Penelope. Hi, Hannah! I just imagine Penelope being like, yay, all my friends are here, and it's so cute. And Olivia. And, Madeline. Good afternoon. She's with us, Penelope. We won't let her bite. Well, if you say so. Let me introduce you to my parents. Come on. Penelope eagerly leads you all across the restaurant. A smiling couple awaits you beside a set of reserved tables. Mom, Dad, this is Kira. Kira, these are my parents, Landon and Emmeline. Ah, here's Landon, who looks kind of toolish with that hair, but whatever. Hello, Kira. We've heard so much about you. It's wonderful to finally meet Penelope's best friend. Oh dear. Okay. This woman reminds me really powerfully of Cora from Once Upon a Time. Like, look at the face. Like, that's saying very Cora-esque things to me. Is she a dark witch? Maybe? Oh, we can say, it's, good to meet my best friend's family. Or, I wouldn't say we're that close. No. We're supposed to have Penelope's best interests at heart, right? So we need to sell this. It's, good to meet my best friend's family. What about us? Shut up, Maxwell. I've already met your family. People can have multiple best friends, Maxwell. Thank you, Hannah. Hannah gets it. Hannah saves our ass. Landon chuckles. That's what Penelope told Kiara when she started becoming friends with all of you. You've certainly made an impression on her. Yeah, you're making an impression on somebody, I'm sure. Sweater. On behalf of myself and the rest of the court, I'd like to thank you both for your hospitality. We're all very happy to be here. It's an honor, King Shamar. Everyone takes their seats at the exquisitely set tables. Yeah, looking at these tables, they look really exquisite. Uniformed waiters quickly bring out a round of appetizers. So we've got crab legs. All right, something I can eat. Dig in. Oh, these deserve an award. I could eat nothing but crab legs for a year. You wouldn't survive all that cholesterol. Yeah, thing there about dietary cholesterol and how it affects, like, your cholesterol levels. Yeah, Drake. But, what does science know? But I die happy, and that's what counts. I mean, no, please don't actively try to die, but... Emmeline laughs warmly. I'm so glad you're enjoying the food. I only wish we had a wider variety to offer you. The recent floods have taken quite a toll on our fishing industry. Yeah, I hear that hint happening there, Landon. These are hard times for all of Cordonia, as I'm sure you're aware. That's actually why we're here. Shamar and I are inviting the whole court to our wedding, and we were hoping your house would attend. It'll be a demonstration of Cordonian unity as well as a celebration of our marriage. We're delighted for you, but... She glances at Landon. His brow creases with worry, and they both sigh in unison. I'm not sure we can leave Portavira while it's in such dire straits. Yeah, what's it gonna take? Come on. Not sure? Your country needs you. Your king needs you. We don't have time for cowards. Calm down there, Olivia. This is... okay. Alright. Excuse me? Yeah, Olivia, shut up. Meaning the attackers at the palace. Right! Those cowardly... cowards? Nice save, Maxwell. We need to unite Cordonia in the face of its newest threat. Like Olivia said... I was referring to... Shut up, Olivia! There's no time to waste. I appreciate what you're trying to do, Duchess Kira, but Portavira needs our undivided attention. I'm not sure how we could leave. It's the age of the internet, okay? You put somebody in charge and you email, okay? That's how that works. It'll be hard enough parting with Penelope now that you've come to return her to court. What? Well, that's part of why you're here, isn't it? I told you everyone at court would miss you, dear. Oh, dear. I mean, that is basically what we came here to do, but also to carry you two to our wedding, too. Well, but I only just got home. Merlin and Morgana still haven't forgiven me for leaving. Oh, babies. Well, as far as I'm concerned, your poodles can come to court, but, you know. At least they'll play with me now, but they keep giving me those sad puppy dog eyes. Oh no, Penelope, no! They're dogs, darling. Those are the only eyes they have. Wow, Emmeline has never spent 5 minutes with a dog, has she? Does Penelope really have to go back to court? Well, I mean, not really. It's her choice, but... Well, we can say it'd certainly help our cause, or only if she wants to go back. Well, because we are again supposed to be acting like we have her best interests at heart, and also because this is the truth, only if she wants to go back. I could really use more friends in court right now. Cordonia could use more friends. But if she's not ready to come back yet, I understand. Thanks, Kira. I've just missed being home so much, and then when the attack happened... Landon gently puts a hand on his daughter's shoulder. Ah, we're getting approval points. So last time it was harmony points, now it's approval points. You're safe here, sweetheart. Like Kira said, you don't have to go anywhere you don't want to. I don't know how safe it can be when you've been decimated by an earthquake somehow. Is there even a fault line around here? Like, I mean, I guess the Alps imply there's a fault line somewhere, but how far are we from the Alps? I'm so confused. Apparently there's mountains in this country because of Olivia's estate, but what the hell? I don't understand. This geography is so confusing. Waiters begin to bring out the main courses. They set a different seafood dish on the table in front of each of you. So we get the king salmon. Salmon. You take a bite, and the moist salmon fillet practically melts in your mouth. Drake goes to tear off a piece of his chowder bread bowl, but stops when he sees Hannah eating bisque with a spoon. He reaches for his spoon instead. Good call, Drake. This is a, nice place you've got here. Oh my god, Drake. Wow, that was awkward. Oh, thank you. We don't own the restaurant, but it's... No, I didn't mean... Not that it would be bad if you did, I just meant, oh, you awkward little turtle, you. Landon looks on patiently as Drake fumbles for words. I think what Drake is trying to say is that your duchy's a lovely place. Nice save, Hannah. Hannah's got our backs. Yeah, that. From what I've seen so far, it's as welcoming as our hosts. Yeah, Shamar's save is better. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. If you don't mind, Emmeline, I'd love to hear more about Portavira. I know this estate has been in your family line for generations. Emmeline and Landon smile fondly at each other. We may not be the richest or grandest of houses, but we've always lived on the water, and we've always looked after our people. We like to judge our success by their prosperity. Okay. That makes it even harder to see them struggling now. Between the earthquake and then the persistent flooding, our funds can only go so far. About your relief efforts, we can say, is there anything we can do to help? I know you'll pull through no matter what, or Penelope, do you have any ideas? I know you'll pull through no matter what is ignoring their needs. Is there anything we can do to help, or Penelope, do you have any ideas? I'm leaning toward the latter only because keeping Penelope involved in this conversation and showing her that her input is important could be a good thing. But it could also put her on the spot in a bad way. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Let's make Penelope a part of this conversation. Penelope, do you have any ideas? Me? Well, yeah, this is your home too. What do you think would help? Landon gives you a grateful smile before turning to encourage his daughter. Ha! Okay, that was the right answer. Yeah. She's right, dear. What do you think? I guess we need relief money more than anything. Shamar sent us a bunch of funds from the crown, but it's still not enough. If tomorrow's charity polo match doesn't go well, I don't know what we'll do. Oh wow, think about that, a polo match. Maybe I could set up a fundraising campaign with sad pictures of my poodles. Well, if Merlin and Morgana won't stop giving you the puppy eyes, you might as well use them. A fundraising event? How interesting. Shamar meets your eyes across the table. There's an intrigued look on his face. We still have Oliver. We can make him do puppy eyes. Hey, here's an idea. What if me and Shamar played in the match tomorrow? This is not where that should be. Do you have any clue how to play polo? Also, the reigning monarch should not be putting himself in danger on the back of a horse with a mallet for charity right now. This is a bad idea. I really was thinking more like a Noble Dogs of Cordonia calendar. Like, you know, or like hunky lords of Cordonia with dogs. You know, we can give Drake a title and take his shirt off and make him be useful. I like this plan better. I like this plan better than playing polo. God. Think about it. We can say I'm amazing at sports. I could use some entertainment. Or we can use our titles to your advantage. Now, last one. We can use our titles to your advantage. If Cordonia's king and its newest duchess are playing in a charity match, people won't be able to ignore it. I mean, that's true. I'm happy to spend a few hours on horseback if it'll get Portaviera the relief money you need. I must say, it's refreshing to see other nobles taking an interest in our little province. It's an excellent proposal, Duchess Kira. I'd gladly use the crown's influence to help serve its people. That's a very generous offer, Your Majesty. A celebrity match would help draw a crowd. If you're so sure you're up for it, well, who are we to refuse? Great! It's a plan then. Okay, this was not a good idea, but here we are. You spend the rest of the meal in lighter conversation as everyone finishes their food. That was a wonderful meal. I'd hoped we'd get to catch our own prey, but this was adequate. Oh my god, Olivia. And this bay is amazing. You could frame it in some fancy painting. Or at least, like, make a bunch of postcards. I'd love a postcard of this place. Wow, Drake, you are, like, way too happy right now. Calm down. What the hell? I'm so sorry. We don't have postcards? How do you not have postcards? Postcards are, like, the one thing you have if you've got any kind of tourism. I just meant it's a great view. Yeah, wow. Drake is, like, having a hell of a time right now. I'm sure we can all agree on that. Yes. Thank you both so much for hosting us. Oh, it was our pleasure. Okay. We have business to attend to back home, but there are rooms for everyone at our estate. Please make yourselves comfortable. All right. Emmeline and Penelope head out of the restaurant, but Landon stops for a moment to pull you aside. Kira, I wanted to say thank you for being such a good friend to my daughter. Oh, you don't need to thank me for that. I do, though. Her mother loves her as much as I do, but she just doesn't understand just how hard it is being at court how hard being at court is for Penelope. Bleh. It means a lot to me that at least one person there would be looking out for her if she does go back. In regards to your wedding, I can't make any promises until we assess our relief income from the match, but if everything goes well tomorrow, I'd love to attend your wedding on behalf of our house. I'll try to put in a word with Emmeline, too. Thank you so much, Landon. Lord Landon? Just Landon is fine. Yeah, that means we screwed it up. Sorry. Seems like something that, Madeline should have told us. He gives you a friendly clap on the shoulder. Alright, so we made a good impression on the dad. Yay! Good luck with the match. I'll see you there. This is not a good idea. Madeline saunters over to you. That was a decent performance. I'll take that as a compliment. But one victory isn't enough. Remember, you still need Penelope on your side. Get to the heart of her feelings about the court, and she may be willing to come back with you. I still think we just need to offer to let her poodles come along, but, you know, what do I know? I'll see what I can do. While everyone heads toward Penelope's parents' estate, you notice Shamar lingering on the pier, watching the sunset. It's very pretty. Hello, Kira. Well, Penelope's parents seem pretty charmed by you. I'm impressed. He's been doing this his whole life. Shamar chuckles. I can't take too much credit. I've literally had classes on dinner negotiations growing up, and even more after my brother left Cordonia. Although, speaking of diplomacy, it seems like you made a good impression on Landon. For now. If we have to sit through too many more tactful dinners on this tour, I might run out of tact. Well, it's a lovely evening, and we have time to spare. What would you say to a private boat ride and some lessons in royal diplomacy? Diplomacy, that's what's on your mind. To be honest, I've been hoping for an excuse to get some time alone with you. I bet you have. He takes your hand and kisses it gently. Aw. Such a beautiful night would be even better with your company. Alright, this is your chance to gain an advantage by learning diplomacy from Shamar. Cool. So for 18 diamonds, we can go for a boat ride with Shamar, or we can head to Penelope's estate. Now we're gonna go for the advantage. Let's do this. That sounds like fun. Lead on, Captain Shamar. Or should I say King Captain Shamar? Wow, don't stack titles. That gets cumbersome. I can do without the king once in a while. Yeah, especially from your fiancé. That's weird. Shamar leads you to a yacht at the end of the pier and exchanges a few words with the captain. Within minutes, the crew is casting off, and Shamar has the captain set on a course for the heart of the bay. When you get far enough out on the water, the captain slows the boat to a stop and lowers its anchor. By the way, where is our bodyguard? This seems like a place she should be. It's a beautiful night. I've always loved how quiet things are on the water. Yeah, except for that time that you almost died, am I right? But I promised you lessons, and this first lesson calls for props. Oh dear. He pulls a chilled container out from under the deck's bar and uncorks a bottle of champagne for the two of you. Hell yeah, if the prop is alcohol, hell yeah. So we are going to take a glass of champagne. Thank you very much. This is nice, Shamar, but Maxwell's already taught me how to sound like a drink connoisseur. Ah, but this isn't about the champagne. This first lesson is about toasts. You do seem to give a lot of those. It comes with the title. Fortunately, the trick to them is pretty simple. A good toast is all about acknowledging your audience, making them feel welcome no matter where you are or why they've come to see you. Oh, that sounds easy. No, it's not. Then let's try it out. Imagine you're giving a speech to the Haberdashers Guild. Alright, what do you want to bet she doesn't know what haberdasher means? Oh my god, she does. I knew Cordonia's fashionable headwear had to come from somewhere. You clear your throat and raise your glass. Shamar puts on a polite but attentive expression, pretending to be your audience. Esteemed guests, I propose a toast to, we can say Cordonia's finest guild, me, our gracious host, or all of our excellent hats. I mean, all of our excellent hats is us being funny, but, you know, Cordonia's finest guild. Why, thank you. And if I may, I'd like to toast my generous host. You both solemnly raise your champagne flutes to one another, then break into grins. Nicely done. A good toast has its uses in specific situations, but we should also talk about diplomatic theory. Oh boy, here we go. All good diplomacy is built upon one thing: compromise. I had a feeling you were gonna say that. It might sound simple, but in real life situations it can be hard to remember that diplomacy isn't a zero-sum game. Well, let's say you're hosting dinner for Kiara and Madeline's families. Okay. Maybe Kiara's diplomatic parents can diffuse any Adelaide Godfrey drama. That might be difficult. See, you'd planned to seat Kiara's family at the head of the table with you, but Godfrey's demanding that his family be given the place of honor. On what grounds, Godfrey? What do you do? So we can say sit Kiara's family on my left and Madeline's family on my right, or cut the table in half. The proverbial answer is not the right answer here. Sit Kiara's family on my left and Madeline's family on my right. Good choice. A little compromise will make sure that both families feel respected, and it may even force them to see eye to eye. I think I can remember that. Then there's just one more thing I can teach you. Body language. Ha! The men up here don't like a lot of blather. Sorry. As he speaks, he shifts his weight and straightens his spine. In an instant, he goes from relaxed and encouraging to regal and commanding. Whoa. Have we not been watching him like this entire time? It makes all the difference between a friendly negotiation over seafood. Shamar squares his shoulders and tenses his muscles, and suddenly he looks determined, immovable, as though he could withstand an earthquake and not budge. And a tense standoff. Oh my. Oh my. You've always had a knack for this, but it helps to be aware of what you're saying and what others are trying to tell you. I mean, yeah, we were a waitress. We saw a lot of people. Take Drake, for instance. He's guarded, but once you get to know him, you can tell when he's around people he trusts. He hooks his thumbs in his pockets when he feels relaxed. Ah, Drake's gotta tell. And that's literally what she says. Aw, he's gotta tell. Well, what about Hannah? See, now we're like, what have you noticed? Hannah's a tough one. She's clearly had the kind of lessons I'm giving you now, and then some. Her posture's almost always polite and attentive, but when she feels strongly about something, you can sense her real feelings even before she speaks up. I think this is Shamar's idea of flirting. Yes, he's being very formal right now. It's really kind of funny. Also, hi. Her eyes grow darker and more serious. Should we tell her that? No, it's a good thing. No one's trying to win at poker here. Even at court, you don't want etiquette to outweigh honesty. That was one of the things that made me realize Hannah and I could be friends. And Maxwell? Oh, he's an open book. You can tell what he wants for dinner by the way he holds the menu. Yeah, I can't argue with that. So, what about you? What are you trying to project when you walk around the palace? Hmm, why don't you tell me? Ooh, okay. You're saying we can say that you've got the situation under control, that you're the coolest guy in town, or that you're the hottest man in Cordonia. Alright, this is pretty obvious. The only answer is that you've got the situation under control. You've got a very calming, kingly aura. That's what I'm going for. I'm glad to hear it's working. At court, it's all about balance. You want to be confident yet open. Not intimidating, but not shy either. oh, oh dear! I haven't been on the CP, the Patreon CP today, so I don't know what's going on there. Probably all kinds of shenanigans, as Twitch is misbehaving on me, but what? So people should notice when I enter a room, but not run away screaming. That's the ideal outcome, yes. Why don't you give it a try? I should, so we can look as fierce as possible, kiss him, or look as queenly as possible. Oh dear. Okay, kissing's an option, so take a drink. Alright. So the house rule says we always kiss the prince. Unfortunately, kissing him is the wrong answer here. So I'm going to do the right answer. I'm going to look as fierce as possible. Oh dear, boots. Oh, wow. Yeah. There are some boots in this world that just really should not be in this world. I will admit that. You puff out your chest and put on your fiercest smolder. You broke my smolder. Sorry. A bit intense, but I like it. If you ever need to stare down a 5-star general, use that look. Noted. Am I ever gonna have to stare down a 5-star general? I'm concerned now. You both watch the play of the boat's lights along the water. The only sound is the peaceful lapping of waves against the boat's hull as you drift through the harbor. I was going to call them the ugliest ass boots I've ever seen, but instead I settled for demure. How difficult is it to walk in those? That sounds like you've been taking diplomacy lessons from Shamar. Sorry. Maybe Hannah. Hannah's a better teacher, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, Shamar. Hannah's better than you. In peaceful moments like this, you can almost forget what this region has been through. They've had more natural disasters in the past few months than most of Cordonia has faced in years. How big is Cordonia? So confused. Hey, don't go feeling responsible for that. Kings can't prevent earthquakes or floods or meteor strikes. Well, except for when you have the option to send up 2 space shuttles with drills on them and drop a nuke down the center of the meteor. Heh. If we could, that'd be quite the superpower. Yes, it would. I don't blame myself for this, Kira, but it's hard not to feel like my reign thus far has been one crisis after another. Well, that's because it has, but literally none of it's through any fault of your own, so sometimes that shit just happens. Do you think I'm doing enough for Cordonia? Shamar, we can say, of course you are, or don't ask me, take your people's word for it. I think I'm gonna go with that second one, take your people's word for it. Some of those people may have plotted against both our lives. Yeah, but I guarantee you it's not the majority of the kingdom, or else we'd be dead. So. Yeah, but look how far that got them. Do you see anyone cheering for those jerks who attacked us? Anyone else asking you to step down? Your people trust you, and you've earned that trust. You just have to keep earning it. Maybe I should have invited you out here to give me lessons. Oh, but what kind of lessons are we qualified to give? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I do give great pep talks, but I think I got my money's worth. I'm glad. He clinks his champagne glass against yours, and you finish off the last of your drinks. We should probably start heading back. Then we can say you'd better kiss me before we go, or lay in a course, Captain. Kissing's an option, so take a drink. And this time there is no right answer, so the house rule stands. Always kiss the prince. You better kiss me before we go. I was just thinking the same thing. He steps behind you, wrapping his arms around your waist as he kisses the side of your neck. Oh, he's pulling out the stops. Hey there. Shamar. All right, somebody swooned. Take a drink. That is a swoon if I ever heard a swoon. He gently spins you around in his arms until you're facing him. One of his hands cups the back of your neck, the other still resting on your waist as he presses his lips to yours. Aww. Oh, soulmate point. I forgot that's what they are now, not romance points. Yeah, exactly. My mother used to give me diplomacy lessons. Yeah, I'm really surprised that didn't come up. I hope that body language was clear. Yeah, body language. You grab one of his lapels and kiss him again. He smiles against your lips. Yeah, I know. Really, the dead mom hasn't come up all that much in this one, which is a little surprising since people are literally trying to kill us. Like, there's only been a couple mentions, and I'm really kind of impressed. Very. Shamar calls for the captain to set a course back to the pier, but you keep an arm around his waist as the boat begins to move. Thank you for tonight, Shamar. For everything. I'd never miss a chance to spend time with you. When the boat finally brushes against the dock, Shamar hops out with the crew to tie it up and then helps you onto shore. So we learned some diplomatic tips on a boat ride with Shamar. Yay! Back at Penelope's estate, after you and Shamar part ways, you find Mara waiting in a hallway. She mutters into her headset as you approach. Still working on why she wasn't there on the boat, but I guess we're gonna find out. I have visual confirmation. The fledgling has returned to roost. Okay. Oh god. Okay. Good evening, Your Grace. That's your code name for me? I'm the fledgling? You weren't supposed to hear that. Yeah, well, too late. Can't I have a cool code name? We don't let our charges pick their code names. Standard security procedures. Okay, but hear me out. What about... My code name should be Gold Leader. Alright, I appreciate that reference, but we're not gonna go with Gold Leader as okay, alright. What one are we gonna go with? Go with our code name. Code name should be see now all I can think of are Star Wars references. Plus, I feel like fledgling is just so goddamn obvious. Like, seriously. I think I'm gonna go with what I think is her Hogwarts house, which is Hufflepuff. My code name should be Hufflepuff. No. I guess I can't make you change your mind. You literally can't, Your Grace. Did you have something to tell me, or are you just here to shoot down my amazing ideas? I've got an update on the would-be assassin's video. Mm-hmm. Right, that should be my codename. Drake's an asshole. Yeah, that'd be a good one too. Based on their choice of rhetoric, Bastien thought it might have been made by the Liberation Corps. That's the anti-monarchist group he and Constantine have dealt with, right? Correct. When we analyzed the video, though, we found something interesting. We've seen its location before. Last year, the Sons of Earth filmed a video in what appears to be the same building. There's a task force on its way to the location right now. Wow, it's not like they could be working together or anything. I'm guessing they aren't stupid enough to stick around after filming. Well, one would think, but sometimes people are that stupid. Most likely not, but we're hoping they left a few shreds of evidence behind. Let me know what you find, and tell Bastien and everyone else to be safe. Of course, Your Grace. You mean Hufflepuff? Your Grace. We're really giving that a go, though. Mara bows and walks away. I'm not missing, by the way, that they suggested our codename is Gold Leader and our bodyguard is Mara. You know, who could comfortably be called the Queen's Hand. You know, like a certain emperor's hand in the what are now legends. They are non-canon. Yes, I'm talking about Luke Skywalker's wife, Mara Jade. That's who I'm talking about. Yes, I did not miss that. Mara bows and walks away. Wandering through the estate, you find Hannah, Maxwell, and Penelope chatting by the courtyard pool. Hey everyone, we can say, having a party without me, or I thought I'd find you surrounded by poodles. I'm gonna go with having a party without me. That was me drinking for taking pills, so it's fine. It wouldn't be a party without you. I was just showing them around the house. This is our pool, and that's the house. Wow, Penelope, you are a lousy liar. Talk about a grand tour. It's so good to have you all over, my favorite people in my favorite place. I just wish you weren't leaving so soon. I'm sorry, Penelope, but we've got a lot to do on this tour, not to mention back at court. Penelope sighs heavily. I know. Well, we're not leaving just yet. Why don't we do something fun tonight? We could catch up, you could tell us more about your home. Are you guys feeling an ice cream night? Because I'm feeling an ice cream night. Okay. Ooh, I could order sundaes from the kitchen. And we could go eat them and play with my poodles. I smell another diamond choice coming. Could Oliver come stretch his legs too? Yay, we brought Oliver! You didn't tell me you brought him with you! He has to come play with us. He'll be so cute and tiny next to Merlin and Morgana. What do you think, Kira? Are you up for some quality poodle time? Alright, spending time with Penelope will help you win her support and give you an advantage to impress her mother. Alright, so do we join Hannah and Maxwell to play with Penelope's poodles for 17 diamonds, or do we get ready for bed? Nah, we're gonna go play with some poodles. Play with the poodles! There's no way I'm missing out on poodle cuddles. Then it's a party! She's picking up things from Maxwell. Maxwell's a bad influence. I'll go talk to the kitchen staff and meet you there. Oh, look at that doghouse. That is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Does that dog have bagpipes? I can't tell. A few minutes later, you all assemble in the poodles' room within the villa. This gives a whole new meaning to the term doghouse. Penelope giggles. I spend most of my time with Merlin and Morgana when I'm at home, so we redecorate this room a lot. I call it the Poodle Palace. I get the palace part, but where are the poodles? You didn't buy the corgi? No, you had to buy the corgi. That's the best damn diamond choice I made in this whole thing is the damn corgi. Little Oliver. You hear a faint yawn from one of the doghouse villas and a sleepy bark from the other. A fluffy poodle head pokes out of each doorway as Merlin and Morgana wake up from their naps. Oh my goodness gracious, look at them. Oh my god. That is too precious. Oh my god. They're adorable. The poodles trot over to Penelope and sit down at her feet. When they look up at her expectantly, she scratches both of them behind their ears. You're the happy puppies now. Look at the happy puppers. Oh my goodness. It's okay, you two. These are my friends. Do you want to go say hi? Merlin's ears perk up, but Morgana tilts her head suspiciously at you, as Morgana is wont to do. Penelope gives them a gentle nudge, and they take a few steps toward you. We can shake their paws, pat their heads, or give them treats. Feel like there's no wrong answer here, so I am going to give them treats. That's usually how you train a dog. Can I give them some treats? Of course! She hands you a bag of small dog treats. You pluck a few out and offer them to Merlin and Morgana. See? I come in peace. Merlin immediately wolfs down a treat and begins panting happily at you. Morgana sniffs it daintily, glancing up at you, then back down at the treat, and then eats hers too. Aha! Ruff! Maxwell gravely turns to Penelope. This might be the cutest thing I've ever experienced. And I've seen baby pandas. Baby pandas. Are we supposed to bow to them? I don't know what to do in the presence of such cuteness. Maxwell's laying it on thick. Damn, boy. You can just play with them, Maxwell. It's fine. These are my Oliver! Look at the boy. Oliver steps out from behind your legs and tries to sniff Merlin. I can't growl, so that's as close as you get. Oh, poor Oliver. He just wants to be friends. Easy, Oliver. I think you just scared them. Oh, no, look at the sad eyes. See, I love Oliver, but I hate him because he makes me sad. Look at the sad eyes. I'm gonna move off of that. Oliver plops down by your feet, resting his chin on his paws. He stares at the poodles with a mournful, apologetic look on his fluffy face. Oh, poor baby. I think that's dog language for I'm sorry. After a moment, Merlin and Morgana approach Oliver again. He calmly lets them sniff his head, then licks Merlin on his snout. They are shocked at this uncouth behavior. Ruff! Ruff, ruff. So happy. They're friends now. Haha! World peace has been achieved. There we go. All it took was 3 dogs. I have to ask. We can say, why did you name them Merlin and Morgana? Well, we know why. That's Arthurian legend. Or, how long have you had these two? So we're going to go with that second one. How long have you had these two? Oh, since they were puppies. They just turned 6 a few months ago. Ruff. I've had other dogs over the years, but I think these two might be the sweetest. She ruffles Morgana's fur. Their outfits are so cute. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff Bertrand would wear if he were a dog. Like a dog, but classy. So, like, not like Bertrand at all. Oh, thank you. I made them myself. Somehow I'm not surprised. Of course not. We know she's a designer. I wish we could have met your dog sooner, Penelope. Me too. It would have made getting through the social season a lot easier. Are we seriously lining up for what I think we're lining up for, which is just Penelope, you can bring your poodles to court? Because we are taking way too long with this angle, if that's true. I'm just glad... Come on. Is this gonna go? No. Okay, so this won't change over, but I'll read it to you. I'm just glad they weren't at the ball when those awful people attacked. I know, Oliver's practically the Prince of Cordonia. He can sniff and lick whoever he wants. Oh, really? Ah, okay. One more time. There's a knock on the door, and a servant from the villa's kitchen bustles in with a tray full of bowls. There we go. Now that's what I call room service. You each receive a bowl made of waffle cones, heaped with scoops of ice cream. Sugar cones and freshly baked cookies are artfully arranged on top. Oh my god. She's trying to kill us all. I love it. I'll die happy. Alright, so we're going to take a bite of this very, very lavish ice cream sundae. I like how you do dessert. I guess when I couldn't choose an ice cream flavor, the kitchen decided to give us all of them. Hey, your kitchen knows what to do. Alright? When you can't decide, you get them all. They might have given me too many. Huh! Speak for yourself. Maxwell is already a third of the way through his bowl and making inroads on the next scoop. Until... Whoa! Brain freeze! Just stick your tongue to the roof of your mouth. You'll be fine. We all saw that coming. While you all sit on a couch digging into your bowls of ice cream, Morgana and Merlin circle around your feet, looking wistfully up at the bowls. No, no puppers, this has chocolate on it. It's mine. Cannot have. Yeah, with their sad puppy faces. No, no, it's not yours. It's not yours, it's mine. It's mine, all mine. No, not the puppy dog eyes. Yes, the puppy dog eyes. The puppy dog eyes are happening. There's no turning back. We're doomed. Doomed. We can get the poodles to play fetch or get the poodles to play tug of war. Fetch is a little easier while you're trying to eat, so let's get the poodles to play fetch. You pick up one of the many chew toys scattered across the room and wave it in front of the poodles. Here, you two! Fetch! Arf! That was not a very good bark, I'm sorry. Merlin goes bounding across the room, but Morgana beats him to the toy. She trots back to you and daintily sets it down at your feet. I see a flaw in this plan. Also, how is Oliver not joining in? Does Oliver just know? I guess Oliver just knows. Oh boy, what have I gotten myself into? You spend the next few minutes sneaking bites of ice cream in between rounds of fetch with the poodles. It's still easier than tug-of-war. Thank you all for hanging out with me. This has been really nice. Do you not usually have people over? Not for social calls, I'd imagine. I don't have a lot of friends here in Porto Vieira, so it's mostly just been me and my parents, and these two. And they're so happy. Look at them, they're so cute. At least I had Kiara at court. That was one of the only good parts about being there. Wow, that bad, huh? I mean, the food was always nice, and the palace is really pretty. But the pressure to find a suitor, then trying to make Madeline happy, all the loud, crowded parties. Oh, poor baby. You've got anxiety. It's fine. It's okay. Penelope clasps her hands tightly in her lap. Without a sound, Merlin and Morgana move over to her. Merlin rests his chin on her knee, and Morgana puts a paw on one of Penelope's hands. Aww, babies. Thanks, Mora. Okay, I guess that is what she calls her, Mora. Good boy, Merly. I'll be okay. Wow, sorry, I was having a really hard time with the nicknames there. Alright. Penelope, we can say, I can relate. Court can be overwhelming. You wouldn't need a suitor to stay at court now. Or, I know it's hard, but we really need you there. I mean, you wouldn't need a suitor to stay at court now is a nice thought, but I can relate. Court can be overwhelming. For you? But you always look ready for anything. Really? Do I? Always? Anything? Yeah, I look the part, but honestly, sometimes it freaks me out. One bad dinner party and your whole life could go off the rails. I know me being stressed isn't the same as what you've been through, but I just wanted to let you know that I get it. Any sensible person would worry about being stuck in a room with dozens of nosy, powerful strangers. I mean, fair. Oh, I thought I was the only one who was having a hard time. Oh, no. No, honey, no. No one knows what they're doing. They're all having a hard time. It's nice to know I'm not alone. She sighs. I wish my mom understood all of that. Is she the reason you stayed after the coronation? Yeah, she thought that the more time I spent at court, the easier it would get. Not usually true. I know she loves me, but even after I got my first poodles to help with the anxiety, she never understood how hard it was. She still doesn't. When I was little, she got really bad pneumonia right before a big charity ball. Dad told her not to go, but she insisted on it. Excuse me. She was bedridden for days afterward, but she still made it through the event. That was not smart. That's always been her thing. Stand up for Porto Vieira, no matter what. Yeah, no, okay. Pneumonia. Don't be like trying to do shit when you have the option to sit and let your body heal. Because pneumonia is really hard on your lungs. It usually does permanent damage to your lungs. Don't do this to yourself. Just don't. Like, stay home, get some rest. Don't go and, like, put everyone else in danger of catching the same shit you have, because there may be people there whose immune systems are compromised. You don't know. Old people, little kids, people who can't have vaccines, people with asthma who haven't had the pneumonia vaccine. You don't know. Don't do this. Please, if you're sick and you're rich, just stay home. Really, if you're sick and you're poor, stay home too, but I understand that's not an option because capitalism. Yeah. And she thinks that if I really tried, I could do the same. Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks, Kira. It's nice to have someone besides my dad and these two who understands me. She smiles at her poodles. You know that if you came back to court, your poodles could come with you, right? Fucking finally! Holy crap! This entire time just to be like, hey, your poodles can come, you know. Really? But Madeline always said, yeah, I'm Madeline's boss now, so it doesn't matter. Your future queen has decreed it. I'm personally inviting these two cuties to court. If you decide to go back, that is. I don't know. Apparently, there aren't any therapists in Cordonia because we had to be marriage therapist in the last episode, and like seriously, that is something for a professional. Like, really and truly, there are people who specialize in that type of therapy, and there are reasons. It's hard. And negotiation is not as straightforward as people think it is, and it's sure as shit not what's in the book behind the or by the orange scrote. Okay? It's there are books written on this. They're relatively old. But they still work because it's actual negotiation and not bullying someone into getting your way. Okay? Okay. It's called Getting to Yes, and you should read it. All right. Merlin and Morgana look inquisitively at you, then both begin to pant happily. Yeah, they like the idea. Or at least, why do all the nobles try to treat their issues with only poodles or alcohol? Or just the silent treatment? Like, seriously? Like, I mean, yeah, it really does seem like whatever their coping mechanisms are in this game, that's their personality. Penelope's personality is poodles. Drake's personality is whiskey. Olivia's personality is being a cactus, I guess. I don't know. That's good to know. Merlin and Morgana are starting to nod off by Penelope's feet. Oliver is drifting off too, but when his chin hits a squeaky toy, he startles himself awake. Oh, poor Oliver. He scared himself. Ruff! Oh, it's later than I thought. Maybe we should let these pups sleep. I should put them in their pajamas. Oh my god, of course they have pajamas. Oh my goodness. She puts the dogs into little wearable blankets while Maxwell collects the empty ice cream bowls. Hannah pulls you aside for a moment. If Penelope's going to help us, I think it's now or never. Before you all leave, you turn to Penelope. Penelope, I know I'm asking a lot, so this is the last time I'll bring it up. You coming back to court would mean we can say Cordonia's one step closer to being reunited, I'd have one of my best friends back, or you could see Kiara again. I don't want to... So here's the thing. I don't want to put the pressure of, like, reuniting the kingdom on Penelope because we already know she's anxious. So let's not do that. I'd have one of my best friends back, or you could see Kiara again. You could see Kiara again kind of sounds like we're threatening her to me. You could see Kiara again if you come back to court. If you don't, you'll never see her again. That's what that sounds like to me. So I'm going to go with I'd have one of my best friends back. I've really missed you. We've really missed you. Life at the palace just hasn't been the same since you left. Hannah is seriously like the best sidekick for this. Holy crap. We could all use more laughter and niceness and poodles right now. So, how about it? Will you come back with us? I'll do it. I'll come to court with you. Atta girl, Penelope. Really? If this show of unity stuff is really important, and if you promise things will be different now that Madeline's not in charge, yeah, absolutely. Poodles, I believe you. I'll be there. All right, so we earned Penelope's support. Yay! Penelope, we can say thank you, thank you, thank you, or Cordonia owes you one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is supposed to be a personal thing. You're welcome. Everyone, bring it in. Yeah, here's Maxwell with the group hug. He pulls you all into a group hug. When you separate, Penelope is beaming. That was fun. I guess we should get some sleep before the match tomorrow. Okay, say goodnight, Mora and Murdy. Oh my god. Mora and Merly. Meh. You okay? Alright. Good night. Maxwell bows gravely to each of the poodles. Sleep well, your magnificences. Okay, you reached for that one. Morgana bows her head to him slightly, and Merlin blinks. I think they like you. Aw, so we had dessert with Hannah, Maxwell, Penelope, and the poodles. Best day ever. And this is, after the pandas. Penelope heads off to her room while Hannah and Maxwell walk you to yours. You find Shamar and Drake chatting in the hallway outside your room. What's all this? Are we having a sleepover? Hannah, you told me this was a strategy meeting. Whoa, wait, what? What's going on? Relax, Drake. I invited everyone over to brainstorm. I feel like we missed something. What the hell? Yeah, Madeline can be the designated pooper scooper. Yeah, in between, it doesn't take her that long to make a dossier, apparently, so she's got plenty of free time. We need to make sure tomorrow's polo match is a success. About that, Penelope's parents wanted to speak to me about the match when I returned to the estate. Are they getting us front row seats? You could say that. Yeah, we're supposed to be participating. They want us all to play. Oh my god, Maxwell on a horse with a hammer. This is a bad idea. Okay, can you win the polo match and the support of Penelope's family? Find out in the next chapter. So that, I think, is where I'll leave it for tonight. Because I have some dessert in the fridge that's calling my name very, very loudly, and I want it. So I will be back on Monday with the next chapter. That'll be chapter 5. Same time, same place, over here at twitch.tv/aromanticace, 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 Mountain, so on down the line. Google will tell you what it is in your time zone. It's okay. Thank you so much for coming out tonight, and until then, catch you later.